Good morning, everybody, coast to coast, all around the world. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We're broadcasting live this Saturday morning from Mazatlan, Mexico. We go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. I see that Katie Ibarra, the super realtor, has logged in, and she has a property that she's going to share with us in about 9 minutes. And if you're new, please leave a comment. Tell us where you are, who you are, why you're here. I'm going to say some hellos real quick, and then we're going to cut right to Katie, who has a fabulous house. And if you're new here, and you did a search for, hey, I have questions about living in Mexico. We do this every Saturday morning. If you're new here, first of all, click that subscribe button, watch some videos. But if you're brand new here, just ask questions. And usually on Saturday mornings, people ask us all kinds of questions about, what is it like to live in Mexico? How much does it cost? Can I afford to live there? How do I get my immigration papers in? All that kind of stuff. And last time Katie was with us, somebody was their first time there. Well, what's this lady doing talking about real estate? This is supposed to be about the joys of living in Mexico. Katie Ibarra is a longtime friend. She does a great job, and many people want to buy properties in the Chapala, Ajijic area, and she helps us out. She's fabulous. We will get to her in a minute. Let me say some quick hellos. We have a new member, Mrs. Robinson. She's been hanging in here for about, she was here like 40 minutes ago. I had to send her a message. Well, we get started in about 40 minutes. Welcome, Mrs. Robinson. As you can see, she's highlighted in green. She has become a member. Now on the site, you can become a member. All you have to do is click the join button. I'm going to start making some videos that will be for members only. We have Don Cole in the house from Florida. She's been in here for about a half an hour. We have Dwayne Bearfield in-house, longtime friend from Puerto Vallarta. Who else is here? Helen in the house from Wilmington, Delaware. And we have the one and the only Ernie Baca in the house from retired in Mexico. No bull, Ernie Baca. He's got a great show. You got to subscribe to his channel. He is the man for information. And also, where is this guy coming? He's from Hazard, Kentucky. We have the infamous Jack Webb in the house. It's always happy to see Jack Webb in the house. You guys, you got to pull out your maps, and if he's in Hazard, that means he's working. He does emergency services. He hides in the closet. If the ambulance brings somebody in and they're in a wheelchair and they fall out of the wheelchair, they're half dead. Right now he's watching Bill Dallas Lewis go live. It don't matter what happened to him. That's all right. Jack Webb owns properties in the Ajijic Chapala area. Always great to see you. Fab Taylor in the house. Ola. Oh, I'm safe. I'm safer than safe. I'm good. I'm good, Fab. Stephen Nathan, I've had breakfast on the beach 3 or 4 blocks away from the house with Stephen. Good morning from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, in the middle of Canada. Happy to see you here. And we have the one and only Cher Williams from Philadelphia. We got all kinds of newbies showing up today. 801 Sheila. Ola, sorry to say, Rudy. Oh, this is Sheila. Will remain in Phoenix to see a cardiologist, and I will return to Mazatlan. Differently got your Miracle Whip. Tell Rudy and Sheila we did an interview with them. Fabulous couple. They're so happy in Mazatlan. Rudy's a great guy. I hope everything goes out with the cardiology doctor. Give Rudy a big kiss for me. We got the fabulous pretty boy Brian Maiden in the house. every time I put his image up here on the screen, I get thousands of women emailing me, asking me, how can we meet pretty boy Brian Maiden? He's very elusive. Good luck catching that man right there. But his motto is, if you can rope me, you can ride me. Just a word to the wise. Elixir, I can't say that. Hello, Bill, from cold, cloudy, and dreary German Village. German Village is one of the best communities in Columbus, Ohio, my hometown. Great to see you here. Jack Webb, Goo Goo Goochu, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Can't sing anymore or I'll get copyright infringement. That's the first thing that I thought. Liston Henry in the house. Happy Saturday to everyone. Susan from New York City, the Big Apple. We got people. Verlaine, good morning, Bill, and everyone here. Great to see you, Verlaine. Oh, Verlaine, I'm not coming to La Paz. I was going to email you. I got a little story to tell you about that situation. Ernie, Mary Jane. Hello, everyone. Mary Jane from Denver. We got William Mustache Stoneman. Hola, mi compadre. Bien dia. And we got Matt in the house from San Antonio, Ajijic, Lenora Wilson, Ola, and my new neighbor, David, in the house. Good morning to see everyone. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, in 3 minutes, we are going to, oh, okay, I see you on one camera. On another camera, it says device is not connected. But let's go right to, I got a lot going on this morning. Let me put on my earphones. Katie, we're going to bring you in. Here we go. Do that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Katie.
Do you hear me okay?
No, I can't hear anything that you say. Okay, introducing the one, the only, the fabulous Katie Ibarra, super realtor in the Chapala, Ajijic, Jocotepec area. And let me turn on something here. There you go. Here is all of Katie's contact information. She has a U.S. phone number, a Mexico phone number. There's her email address. All of this information is also in the description below. Let me come down here. I gotta move some stuff around here. And today, she has this fabulous, beautiful home in the Chapala area. And let me show you a map of where this is. You can see Chapala on the right, Ajijic about 10 minutes away from Ajijic. And this place is right between Chapala and Ajijic. And this is a really cool place. I've driven by that area many times. So, Katie, what do you have to say about this house?
All righty. Good morning. This house is located in Riberas de Pilar, which is situated in between the town of Chapala and the town of San Antonio. So it's a great vantage point. Right now, there are a lot of shops and restaurants that are up and coming and on the highway there that goes through Riberas. But they enjoy less traffic than over in the West End, like Ajijic. So it's a nice vantage point for zipping to the east or the west and not getting clogged up in traffic. There's a lot of restaurants you can walk to from this point. It's maybe, I'm trying to think if it was 2 or 3 blocks down from the bus route and the bike path, real close to a number of the import grocery stores there. This particular house is well priced at $259,000 US, and in square feet, it's 1,000 615 square feet. It's 2 bedroom and 2 bath, 2 full bath. And the current homeowners have updated everything. You can see in the gated single car carport the blue cylinders at the back of the carport, and that's the water filtration system. So they've had a lot of work done to make sure that the water is working well and as clean as they could get it. They've also updated electrical on this house. So whoever is going to end up being the new homeowner, they really don't have any projects. You can show up with your toothbrush. It's furnished. They're leaving some dishes and linens, and it's ready to go. And a good lock and go if you're a part-timer.
Well, let's go inside, Katie. Here we go.
Alrighty. So right in the front door there, you're in this living room area, TV watching space. They've got custom made blinds on the windows. So if you want to darken the room to watch a movie night, there's also electric fireplace in the corner. And then it's open concept right to the dining table area. And you can see there's a bit of a window there that goes into the downstairs guest bedroom. But there are shutters on the other side that you can completely close that space off. And there's another vantage point. You can see the little fireplace in the front corner there. And you can tell it's all open space there. So it feels nice and airy.
And what do you call those ceilings, that brick ceiling thingy?
The Bovedes ceilings.
I love those, Katie. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, they give great character and they help keep things cool. So you can see to the left there, you start into the kitchen and there's a bit of a peninsula.
There you go.
There we go. And so nice neutral colors. Everything is shiny, clean, new. There's a hutch there on the left. You can see that's used as a big pantry space. And you can't see in this picture, just beyond the hutch on the left is a nice big fridge.
Oh my. Ooh.
Okay, so this is the downstairs bedroom, and we saw that arched window that opened to the dining space, but you can see here on the other side there are custom shutters that completely close that room off. And then, like I said, this house is going to be sold furnished. That's a new sofa bed that you see there, the brown sofa, and then they also have like a foam topper you can put on it.
Okay.
And there's a full closet there to the right.
That's the same room, right?
That's exactly right. So this is the one downstairs bedroom, or you can make it a TV room if you don't need that. But maybe when you have guests come, it's private, and right across from the doorway is a full bath. And there we go. There's the full bath. Everything is fresh, new, updated, new vanity, new toilet, big shower. And at the back end of this bathroom is a stackable washer and dryer.
Oh my. And you can actually drink that water out of the faucet?
Well, technically you could. A lot of us would take pause, but I would drink bottled water, I think.
Okay.
Unless you have a reverse osmosis. Yeah. Okay, so now this picture, we've gone upstairs, and the whole upstairs is the master suite. So you've got this principal bedroom with a balcony off the back, and you can see through the windows there. Looks out onto the garden, and there's his and her closets there on either side of the bed, and a full bath up there.
And that bath looks beautiful. Is that the shower?
Yes, yeah. They've totally updated everything and done a really nice job of keeping neutral colors.
Okay. Woo! Look at that.
Yeah, so off the principal bedroom upstairs on the back of the house, you've got this nice balcony to sit out and have your coffee or wine in the evening, but it looks out into a community garden. So this house is actually in a homeowners association. There are HOA fees, and they work out to be, it's 1,100 pesos a month, which is about $65 US. And that covers the upkeep on the really beautiful gardens you'll see in a few more pictures. And there's a nice pool. Okay, so this is back downstairs, the back of the house. And this is where I would sit all the time. They have a really nice big back patio, comfortable seating and a beer fridge, a big beer fridge out there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's where I would be all the time, I believe. Yeah. And then they've even had custom blinds made on the edge there that you can lower if the sun's coming in and heating up that space.
And what is this?
Okay, so now we're looking at the back of the house, and you see how beautiful all the greenery and the flowers are, and everything outside of the back door is taken care of by the gardener that does the common space.
Okay. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here you've got a covered barbecue and bar area, and that's all community space. You could get together, and from what I understand, the homeowner told me that there's a weekly happy hour out there.
Woohoo! Tequila and cerveza. Woohoo!
Exactly. So it's a really nice space, and it's that right there is immediately outside the back door of this property. So it feels really good, very inviting. And then of course there's a nice pool. So you get the advantage of having a pool, but it's not your own individual responsibility. I think they said there were 27 units in this little community, and I believe about 11 of the homeowners were foreign, and then the other 16 were Mexican. So you got a nice mix.
Okay. And let's pop over here. Does anybody have any questions for Katie? I see many comments, and I'm gonna give you guys about 20 seconds to ask any questions. And Katie comes with us. I've known Katie, it seems like forever. She's from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. She's worked with Jack Webb, helped him with many projects and his house. I know that she worked with another subscriber. His name is Raul, who bought properties in the area. Katie will show you all around. She knows all the areas, and Chapala Ahihi, with the best climate in the world. Katie will help you out. Okay. We have a question here, I think. I always liked glass block used in showers, gives light in, but still somewhat private. I had a glass block in my place in San Juan years ago. Okay. All right, Katie Ibarra, did we miss anything? Do you have anything else to say?
Actually, we were going to touch on one other topic if you have time, and that was utilities when
okay.
Purchases. Okay, and this stems from your live show last Saturday. You had a listener who came in asking about transferring utilities, and that individual and I hooked up and had conversation, and I thought, well, probably she's not the only one with these questions, so maybe somebody else would like to hear about this. And she's buying a house in San Miguel de Allende, and she was concerned about, how do you get electric hooked up? She's like, gas, this and that. And I thought, okay, well, as a real estate agent, you should be educating your buyers on these things. And so I was happy to share how we do it here in Lake Chapala. I don't know if it's different in other areas, but as far as CFE goes, that's the electricity bill. That account, it requires you to have an RFC to put it in your name. That's a tax ID number. So again, I know I've beat this drum on past conversations that if somebody's going to buy a property in Mexico, they really need to be at least in the process of getting that resident visa and then that tax ID number, because you're going to need that to put the electric bill in your name. But don't worry, they're not going to cut the electric to the house. What you do is you leave it in the previous homeowner's name until you've got your registered deed and all your paperwork, and it could be months later, then you go put it in your name. In the meantime, as long as you're paying that bill every month, they're not going to cut your power. The other thing I told that particular person I talked to this past week is, don't wait for the bill to come. because Mexican mail is not reliable. You just find out what your due date is and you write that on the calendar, and about a week before you go pay it so that your power's not cut off. The other thing she asked about was gas, and gas isn't an issue. Most of the homes here in Mexico have a gas tank, and I write on my calendar every 8 weeks. Automatically, I call and say, please come fill my stationary tank, and I never run out. They fill it up to about 90% max because there is a possibility of expansion. But that way, I know I'm good every 8 weeks as long as I fill it up. The rest of the utilities, we make sure at the time of closing, everything's paid up to that date. If it was a bill that had to be paid in advance, like an annual property tax or something, those get prorated. And so each homeowner, the seller, the buyer, you're paying the amount of days in that year or that month that you're the owner, and that's it. And it all washes out nicely. But your agent should be helping you make these a smooth transition. So it's not something that you need to be too panicked about.
Okay. Super realtor Katie Abar, and there she was helping someone from San Miguel de Allende. I hate to do that to you, Katie, because people email me and they'd say, well, how do you turn your electric gas? I say, I don't know. I'm not a realtor. Contact Katie directly, but she'll help you out because it's in her soul. So, Katie, thank you very much. Tell your mother I said hello, and we'll see you in April, I hope.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Katie. Adios, amiga. Hasta luego. Bye, bye. Woo. Okay, let me click a couple of buttons over here. I believe that what's this right here? I gotta turn something off here. Whatever. I got something weird going on. But the good news is, let me take these off. The good news is for the last 2 weeks, we've had, let me come back up here and catch up, see what's going on. Okay. For the last 2 weeks, we had video problems and audio problems. It's like as soon as we go live, the video was going out, the audio was going out, but that's all good. The last 2 weeks, that was bad. I was freaking out. Audio coming in and out, but the weather here in Mazatlan is perfect right now. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's about, it's about 70 degrees out here. It's kind of peaceful. We got construction going on across the street, but we have electricity. Our high-speed internet is working. Our computers are working. Looks like both of our cameras are working today. We had the lovely Katie Ibarra on. We put up a couple of videos this week. A new friend of mine, Terry Don Marshall, she's planning her move to Mexico. She's very detailed about it. That video went up last Sunday. I'm putting up another video with her. It's going to be short, but it's like a 3 or 4 minute video, and she's going to talk about how to get the most important thing to get ready in Mexico before you come down here, and that's your mind, how to get your mind together. She has some really deep things to say. That's going to come out tomorrow morning. And this week, I'm putting up my first political video, though I know that kind of rubs people the wrong way, but that's going to come out Thursday. It's going to be a very strong video. But we have a lot of other things going on here. Let me catch up with some emails here. She thinks so she speaks. Good morning, Bill and everyone. Cold and rainy in Charlotte. Come on down. Come on down. It rained here. I think it was the 3rd week of February. It rained for 2 days in a row. People were freaking out. People were saying to each other, what's going on? It's raining in February, but before February, it hadn't rained in 2 or 3 months. And now it stopped raining in February for those 2 days. The weather is great here. Mexico has some excellent weather. She thinks, so she speaks. When you going to come down? Ken Art in the house from, how do you say that? Casaic, California. Welcome, Brian Maiden. Smash that like button. Thank you for the advertising. We have 62 people in the house and 26 likes. Katrina the Maker in the house. Brian Maiden talking to Katie. Ola from Columbus. Ms. Matthews, always great to see you. Ms. Sam. Feliz Sábado. That means happy Saturday. And Ms. Sam is soon to be my new neighbor, I believe, in Morelia. And Miss Sam, I talked to Carlos Perez, and I think you got to, from what he said, you got together with him and he showed you around and stuff. You guys found a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house for $700 a month, which is fabulous. So when I get to Morelia, we'll have to hook up. And Stephen Nathan, thank you. I guess the Canadians got to kick off the campaign. God bless you, Canadians, for contributing to the channel and helping me pay my rent. Thank you very much, Stephen. I hope your son is doing well. Lenora, good morning. Katie, do you old sell homes or do you assist with rentals? Lenora, Katie does not help with rentals. I believe if you go to buildthegeek.org, go to FAQs under real estate, there is a phone number of a lady. I don't know the lady, but when I was, before I moved to Mazatlan, I was looking for an apartment in the Chapala Ajijic area. And I told her, hey, I only want to pay like $500 a month. I want 2 bedrooms, And she got back with me in like a day with about 4 or 5 apartments. But go to buildthegeek.org and then to go to FAQs to find her number. I forget her name. Jack Webb. The HOA on Katie's property is a good deal. $1,100 monthly includes private garden maintenance. And when he says $1,100, he's talking pesos. So that's like $60, $70 a month for that. Thank you, Jack Webb. And my old friend, Dwayne Bearfield, contributing $10 to the channel. Thank you very much. Mary Jane, become a YouTube member. Oh, you became a YouTube member. That's why her thing is green. So, I've been, thank you, Mary Jane, who is now a new member. And, I'm going to start putting up, I've been really busy. You got, how do I don't know, man. I'm, oh yeah, I'm 67. Let me show you something that I can't do. I'm going to show you something that is very hard for me to do. I guess it's a handicap. Here, this is where I live. And I showed this video last week, but if you look closely, you see the people sitting by the pool. I'm going to say all of these people are retired Canadians, and I mean, all day at the pool. And you can see them at the table, just kind of chatting and playing cards. It's this was last week. This is like 10 days ago. The weather is beautiful, and you see the same people down there just enjoying one another every day. But I can't do it. I tell you, I can't do it. Yeah, I'm 67, but I got to have something to do, and this is what I do. So I've been very busy. coming up with new production and new ideas. And so I'm trying to plan out this member thing, because once you become a member, I haven't put up any members only videos, but I am going to do that. But I have to develop a little strategy to it, and just stuff's going on. So, but life is good. Okay. People have some questions up here. Okay, let me back up. Beautiful home. It will sell fast. Yeah, it's only like a little under 300,000. Great location also. Katie comes through. She does an excellent job. William Stoneman. The master bedroom is beautiful. Yes, it is. David, wow, that's a beautiful home. Too bad I can't afford it. Well, David, I'm in your neighborhood of affordability, brother. So I won't be buying it myself. Yep. Very beautiful home. Tom M. Yep, they got to that. Ken Art. Is financing available in Mexico? I know some about this. I'm not going to give you bad information, but I'm going to say for the most part, not affordably. Almost everybody that owns a house in Mexico paid cash for the house. People just accept that you're going to pay cash for the house. If you can get a mortgage, you are going to pay interest rates out the butt. I mean, it's going to be like 70% interest. I've seen some condos for sale, where they will finance the house over 12 months. 12 months. I mean, whatever. But I'm going to say, generally speaking, no, they don't have financing like they do in the United States. Hawkins, good morning. Joining a little and just joining sometime rather late than never. Happy to see you here. Could Katie offer an overview map to see the physical location of the property? Oh, the physical location of the property. Well, Stephen, yes, we can do that. Let me get the map out. Here we go. So here we are. Here is, you can see Guadalajara right here. You can see Puerto Vallarta over here. And here is Lake Chapala, the blue spot in the middle. So let's zoom in on Chapala. So we can see Chapala right here and Jocotepec right here. Let's zoom in some more. And we come over here and let's zoom in some more. Okay. And so this house, all of a sudden, Ajijic and Chapala disappear. So let's zoom out just a tab. But, where did it go? Let's zoom out again. Wow, let me refresh the map and see what happens. Woohoo, there you go. So you can see Ajijic, Chapala right here. And that's from Ajijic to Chapala is like a 10-minute drive. So that house is right. It's like 5 minutes from Chapala, 5 minutes from Ajijic. That means it's about 4-minute drive from Walmart. And once you get to Ajijic, the whole ball game opens up. And this road, that 10-minute drive is beautiful. They have restaurants, they have parks down this little drive, and you're a little bit away from stuff. You're away from the Chapala stuff. You're away from the Ajijic stuff. I would think that would be a very peaceful and convenient place to live. Okay, so there's the overview. Hello, Virginia. Bill, checking in from Long Island, New York. your therapist pal from New York. I need therapy. I appreciate it. Lenora Wilson. It's a very rainy day here in Baltimore, Maryland. Perfect day for sleeping. Verlaine, oh, bad you can't make it. I got a story to tell about the reason I'm not coming. Raining in New York City. Julie says raining there. Get out of the rain. And there's Chris. Chris, I've done interviews with Chris and Ms. Matthews from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio, contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Jack Webb. Stand by. I'll provide you the WhatsApp number to Liz. She's my property manager. People come to her looking for a rental. There you go. There you go, people. Liz Verar. Okay, I know I messed that up. How is the weather in Mazatlan in mid-April? The Mazatlan in mid-April, the weather should be close to perfect. Right now, it's perfect. On April 15th, that's the day the Canadians go home. It's like clockwork. You look around, April 15th, and there are no more Canadians. My building will be empty. There will be no one at the pool. I was in a taxi this week, and the taxi driver told me that May is the most hot and humid time in Mazatlan, which I don't think is true because August, July, September, October, and November last year were terrible. But through April, Verlaine, you should be just fine. David, when we bought our house, we had to go to 4 different banks to get the cash. I was riding around Morelia with 2 million pesos in the trunk of my car. Next time, David, next time you're driving around Morelia with 2 million pesos in your car, let me know. Ha ha. Chris, I know that area well. Location is a beautiful, very nice area. Johnny Williams, it's a wonderful day here in Stuttgart, Germany. We got Germany in the house. What's happening, Johnny? Oh, I've been to Germany. Yeah, man, I've been to Germany. Germany is really, really cool. I was there for a month. Ramstein. I was at Ramstein. I've never been in service, but the Air Force, when I was teaching computer graphics to kids, the Air Force sent me to Europe for 9 weeks. So I was in Germany for 4 weeks, and the beer in Germany is the bomb. I mean, they got some beer over there. All you need is like a half a bottle of the beer, and you can't stand up. The food was out of this world. Too bad I didn't speak German, because going to those little pubs and everything, and the food and the beer, wonderful. But welcome, Johnny, and thank you for joining us today. Matt, contributing $5 to the channel. We appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, Matt. And thank you everyone for just showing up today and for sharing your love. Rudy in the house. Sheila just communicated us and said you're having some heart situation, so take care of yourself. Sheila told us a few minutes ago that you'll be staying up there, I think in Arizona. She's gonna, I don't know what she's doing, if she's coming back. She said she got the Miracle Whip. So Rudy, always great to see you. Take care of yourself and just chill out. We'll be all waiting to hear about your rapid recovery. Okay, so I have a little story to tell about dealing with Social Security in Mexico. And so I get it. I'm not proud. I'm going to tell you, I get a Social Security check. It's, it doesn't make me rich. Okay, I can't buy no Mercedes with it. I can't buy a BMW with it, But it helps me along. I confess. I've been getting this check for like 5 years now. So and let me say, the way I got on Social Security was I was living. Where was I living? I was living in Chapala, but I had lived with my landlord in Puerto Vallarta for 5 years. We were like family. Mike, Charlie, and me, we were like family. We're still like family. I love them both. So I'm in Chapala, Ajijic, and he calls me and he says, you just got a letter from Social Security. I said, really? So I said, open it up. What does it say? And it says, oh, you're eligible for Social Security. If you want to join up, do. I had no clue. I wasn't even thinking about I had no clue I was ever going to get a Social Security check. So anyway, so I'm in Chapala, Ajijic area, and I initiated all of my Social Security. I began working with the oh my God, wow. I'm shocked. Here's why I'm shocked. This is shocking. I just got shocking. This is shocking. This is more than my Social Security check. Ken Art, I'll be in Cancun the week of April 24th. Come have a Cuban. I made 8,000 this week trading stocks. Here's your cut. Well, Ken Art, keep on making that $8,000 a week and just come join us every week. Right? Hey, brother, God bless you, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm shocked. Thank you. And everybody, there's nothing wrong. You guys have all heard that monkey see, monkey do. I think we got 69 people in the house. What if everybody, the monkey see, monkey do, what if everybody just threw up $100, just for fun, whatever, right? Oh, okay. Thank you, Ken Art, so much. God bless you. But back to the Social Security story. So I initiated my Social Security at the U.S. consulate in Guadalajara, and it was weird. They don't talk to you on the phone. They will only communicate via email, but they're good at what they do. And so I had to email the consulate. They hooked me up with a person. I had to set an appointment through this person. But let me tell you this, going through the consulate, they say, this email, never delete this email and only communicate with the people through this email. So, okay. So I set an appointment with the U.S. consulate in Guadalajara. I go down there. I have a 10 o'clock a.m. appointment. So I go down there and I met with this guy, gave him my paperwork. He says, okay, you're all good to go. You'll get a check on the 5th of this coming month. Okay, so it's all good. Now, a part of Social Security is you have to fill out this form once a year, and I believe it's called 7162. 7162 is the name of that form. And it's a real easy form. They just ask you, are you still alive? Did you get married? One other question is 2 pages. Then you go to page 2 and you sign it. Okay, fine. The problem for me with that form is they have a P.O. box. And it's Katie said something about Katie Barbara just said something about the mail. And she said, never depend on Mexico mail, which is so true. So I always, when I file my taxes, I use DHL or Federal Express, something like that. But with this 7162 form, I even sent the form in through DHL about 3 months ago, and they said they never got it. So they cut off my check. Wow. Okay, Verlaine. So that's why I'm not coming to La Paz, right? Social Security, I'm looking at my bank account and I say, wow, I'm down. Why is my bank account going down? That ain't right. Okay, so I called Social Security in the United States. I was on hold for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And finally, I got a hold of this lady. She says, oh, you didn't fill out the form. Okay. So I said, what do I do? She says, oh, you can fax it in. Okay. So I faxed it in, but they don't tell you if they received the fax. So you don't know if they got it. They have 50 million people communicating with Social Security. So anyway, so I emailed the consulate in Guadalajara. And I used an old email because, I'm using the same email from everything I've been doing from the last 5 years with them. So when they pull up this email, they see everything I've been doing with them for 5 years. So they emailed me back and they said, oh, you didn't fill out the form. We sent you 2 notices and you didn't fill out the form. So fill out the form and send it to us at this consulate address in Guadalajara. So this week, I think maybe last Friday, I DHL the form overnight to Guadalajara. And then I emailed them and said, hey, did you get the form? They said, yeah, I got the form. So then I said, well, can you let me know when I'll be reactivated? Okay, so they emailed me back and they said, oh, you'll be reactivated in 7 days. So the month that I missed was February. And so March is so in 7 days I'll get paid for February, which is the only month that they missed payment for, and I'll get paid for March, which puts me back in the groove. So what I'm saying is communicating with the United States Social Security office. I had to wait 1 hour and 40 minutes. And then I fax in the form. They couldn't tell me if they got it or not. And they don't call you. They won't email you. But the consulate in Guadalajara, whenever I send in my form 7162 in the future, I'm just going to send it to Guadalajara. I had to send in the form. It wasn't a copy. I just found the form on the internet. I printed it out. I signed it. They also wanted a copy of my passport, just the page with your picture and signature on it. So I got a color copy of that. Overnight to Guadalajara. I'm good to go. All of this to say is, if you're dealing with Social Security, you might want to do it through the consulate of wherever you are on the planet, because dealing with Social Security, they do a much better job than in the United States. Enough said about that. I'll leave that alone. Okay, we have other things to talk about. On my list, something that is on my list that I didn't get to was this. I like to share this, and I've shared. We have 75 people. We have 75 people in the house and 41 likes. We have major contributions in the house. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. But I've shown you this many times. But this is my porch early in the morning. And this is when I'm leaving the house for my 4-mile walk. I do this 5 days a week. And the sun, you can see, is barely coming up. But this walk is so important for me. And I just want to share it because I made this walk when I was in Puerto Vallarta, when I was in Guadalajara, when I was in Chapala, Ajijic, and now here. But I get up, I read some inspirational stuff, check out my YouTube channel stats, and then I read the inspirational stuff like, oh, you're so wonderful. And I read all this positive thinking stuff. And then I start my walk with all this positivity in my mind. And I walk down the ocean and through the marina, just thinking positive thoughts. Because when I wake up in the morning, I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, I don't even want to get out of bed. I'm just trying to think, well, I could just lay in bed like all day, and I never want to take the walk, but I take the walk 5 days a week. And it's like 10 minutes into the walk, I just feel so wonderful. And by the time I get back, I don't even want to come home. I just want to keep on walking. And walking is so easy. I don't gain any weight, but it's great for my mind. And I just want to share that with everyone. And it's only walking. I used to jog. I used to lift weights, but my knees, I ran college track. I was never in good. I did get one college point. I came in third one time. I think there were only 3 guys in the race, right? But with walking, all you have to do is get out of the bed and go do it. And it's so good for my mind. All right. My new neighbor, David. Hey, Bill. I have a couple of questions about SS. I may give you a call later today. Yeah, David, call me anytime. David, today, call me anytime. When I get out of this broadcast, David, as soon as we sign off, I'm going to go pick up my laundry and hit the local market real quick. I'll be walking. And then I'll be right back. Then I'll be here all day. So you might want to if you could WhatsApp me first and say, hey, Bill, you there? And then I'll call you, but I'll be here all day. Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, contributing to the channel in Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, brother Brian. And Jacqueline from South Africa, who is a member now. And I got to make this membership good for you guys, but thank you for contributing to the channel. Okay, Helen, that Social Security deal has not stopped. It's been the same for us who still live in the U.S., long waits and no communications. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got to say, doesn't that suck? You got 50 million people on Social Security, and that's where the government needs to invest some money. I just got to say, you got 50 million people, and people have to wait an hour and 40 minutes to talk to somebody. Cut off like 200 Congress people and don't pay them. Okay. And pay Social Security more money so they can, so you can call them up and ask them questions. A lot of people depend on that money. Jacqueline, buenos dias, Bill, and everyone. It's hot here in GDL. That's Guadalajara. It's hot in Guadalajara. Okay, in Guadalajara right now, it's about almost 11 o'clock. Guadalajara, I love the weather in Guadalajara, but it may be hot, but it's not humid. You go, girl, with your bad self. Dwayne, I believe that SSA 1762 could have been completed online here. That's the other problem. If you have that service, it's called My Social Security, something like that. You go online, you go to My Social Security, you log in, but they want an address, and they will only accept United States addresses. If you live abroad, you can't become a member. That really sucks. Yes. Jack Webb. And if you'll do your walking, carrying a few pounds of extra weight, It will increase your amount of insulin receptors. This is for everyone. Walking is best to do. I too do 4 miles and love it alone. And let me say this. Let me say this. There was a football player, and I've been working out since I was like 18, 19 years old. I've lifted weights. I've gone to gyms. I've jogged, all that kind of stuff. But there was a guy, Herschel Walker. He was famous football player. I think he played for the Dallas Cowboys. But he said his workout, all he did was push-ups and sit-ups, and then he would run, jog. So walking is so basic. It's like I'm in Mazatlan, and in July I'll be in Morelia. So if I'm in a gym, then I have to find a new gym. But with walking, I can walk anywhere. And let me say this. Walking and losing weight. I used to wrestle. I sucked. I was terrible. I never won a match. I wrestled in 9th grade for a year. I had 9 matches and I lost every one. I was terrible. I was a terrible wrestler. But I wrestled in a weight class they called 126 pounds, because when you wrestle, you have like 10 weight classes and everything, 126, the 136, and you have to be at your weight level before you can wrestle the next day. So many times the coaches, if you were overweight the day before wrestling, the coaches would say, go to the mall and just walk around. Go to the mall and just walk around. Walking is fabulous. Let's see what Mr. Mustache has to say. William Stoneman, speaking of passports, I just received my renewal this week. The new passports have enhanced security features, including a plastic page that is similar to a U.S. driver's license. Oh, wow. Thank you, William Mustache Stoneman, for what it's worth. I have another 5 years left on my passport, and I got my passport through the Guadalajara consulate. I got my renewed passport through the Guadalajara consulate. And so that's something, just, FYI for you people that you're here. Maybe you've got your passport and maybe you got a year or 2 to go on it. Yeah, you can get all of that done at the consulate, where whatever consulate is available to you in the Mexico place that you are. Thank you, William Mustache Stoneman. The buck stops here. Hola, Bill and amigos. Glad to catch the show. Glad to have you here. Dwayne Bearfield, GOP doesn't believe in funding government programs like SSI or the IRS. That's why I'm going to be putting up this video shortly to come. Stay tuned. JLD, can you renew your U.S. passport from U.S. Embassy in Mexico? Yes, you can. And I just talked about that. I got it through the U.S. consulate in Guadalajara. And to be, the first time I was in Puerto Vallarta. And Puerto Vallarta has a U.S. consulate in Nayarit. It's called it's like a 15-minute drive from downtown Puerto Vallarta. And that's where the U.S. consulate is. But they would come into Puerto Vallarta like once a month. So they came to Puerto Vallarta. I filled out the forms. They came back a month later with my passport. The same thing happened to me when I was living in Chapala. The U.S. consulate from Guadalajara visits Ajijic once a month. And when they visit once a month at the Lake Chapala Society in Ajijic, you can fill out all your paperwork, and they come back in a month with your passport. Very easy, very cool. Very cool. Helen, I am so wanting to move out of the USA, looking at Mexico and Portugal. Look around, girl. Look around and do what makes you happy. And I have a list here of things that make me happy, but let me answer some questions here and thank people like Mary Jane and other people for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm going to go buy some chicken, some raw chicken. I'm going to get some raw, I'm going to get some raw Angus beef right next door to where I pick up my laundry. Yeah, and I'm going to get some cerveza. Thank you, folks, for contributing to the channel. Jacqueline, I'm going to email my email address to Bill so you can have it. I hope we can meet up about a month. Talake Pocky is the bomb. Also, to go shopping at Liverpool. That's funny. Liverpool is a department store. It's kind of upscale, but it's very affordable. And I love Liverpool. They have nice clothing. They have furniture. You know, they got all the stuff. I used to listen to the radio, and they have a jingle, and they do advertising throughout Mexico. They have advertising every day on the radio, and Liverpool's motto is "Liverpool is part of my life." And it's a little jingle. Liverpool is part of my Liverpool is parte de mi vida. That's funny. But Jacqueline, please email me. And I know that Miss Sam has emailed me, but if both of you could email me again, then I will have both of your emails, and everybody will be cool. Jacqueline, Bill, does the consulate here receive mail in ballots? Oh, how do you handle your voting? Oh, okay. Jacqueline, I voted in the last presidential election, and I am a registered voter in the state of California. That's my United States address in the state of California, in the Los Angeles area. So what I had to do to vote, I contacted voters registration in the county of Los Angeles. I actually called them on the phone. It's like you can call voter registration. They pick up the phone and they say, okay, you need to fill out this form and send it in to us. So it was a little strange because I had to fill out the form, and I overnighted the form to the lady that I talked to on the phone. It was very easy. And once she received the form, then I called her on the phone to say, hey, did you get my form? She says, yeah, we got your form. Now you can vote online. So once they had my registration form, copy of my passport, I signed all the things, then she did something online so that I could vote online. Now, let me say this. I tried to register to vote in the state of Ohio, and the state of Ohio is a big Republican state. They didn't answer the phone. They didn't return my calls, and so I gave up on them. They don't want people to vote in Ohio. That's another story. Brian Maiden, when I was in PV, I walked 5,000 steps. Now being back, I don't go out as freezing rain. Brian, you got to move down here, my man. Move down here, then you can walk down the beach. And Brian, you can have women chasing you down the beach. And you have so many women chasing you down the beach that you won't be walking, you'll be running. Be running from all the women. Say, because you all come on down here, be warm. Be warm. You don't have to live like a refugee. Dwayne, hey, Bill, you've lived in GDL, but you don't list any real estate or rental info under your FAQs. I'm looking for a 1-month rental. Dwayne, go to Airbnb. That's what you do. Just go to Airbnb, find one rental. And when you find one rental, keep looking around in Guadalajara until you see the same guy's name showing up on this rental, Jose Martin. Jose Martin. This rental is from Jose Martin. Once you see his name show up like 3 or 4 times, then contact that Airbnb contact and tell him that you want a 1-month rental, and he will hook you up, I guarantee. All of his saying, I'll give Bill my information for you. Thank you, Jacqueline. And I help many people hook up with one another. They send me their emails and they say, oh, it's okay to give my email to so-and-so, okay to give my email to so-and-so. And that's my job. That's what I do, helping people share the joys of living in Mexico. I vacationed in Cancun area during 2024, January. I'm planning my next vacation to San Jose de Cabo, BCS, Mexico. Any tips or info? I have no tips on that. Okay. Okay, let's see what else is on the list. I have a story to tell. Last month, I just thought of this. I have all kinds of stories to tell. But I have a very important story to tell this morning. And February was Black History Month. And all month of February, that's 4 Saturdays, I didn't say anything about Black History Month. And I thought of a story this morning, something that really happened to me. And I think it's a very touching, warm story. And I wanted to share this story with you. When I was going to grad school at Ohio State, it was summertime. Oh, it was really hot. It was the middle of the day, and I was driving my first wife's car. It was a real old car. It was a Buick Century. I mean, the paint job was all waxed out, didn't have air conditioning. It's like 95 degrees. I'm in between jobs. I'm in not so good of a community of Columbus, Ohio, and I'm sitting at a red light listening to the radio. And on the radio, for some reason, they were playing Martin Luther King, and he was doing his I Have a Dream speech. And I'm sitting there, I wasn't really listening to it, but for some reason, as I'm sitting at the red light, I started to listen to what he was saying. And he said in his Martin Luther King voice, he said, one day, I dreamed that one day little black children can walk us across the street with little white children together. And then I'm at the red light and I looked in front of the car and there was this big group of little black children integrated with little white children, and they were walking in front of my car. And I cried. Wow. I cried because at one time in the United States, that was not possible, but that was in his dream. So anyway, that's all I have to say about Black History Month for today. All right. So we have 67 people in the house. We have 50 likes. Let me look around on the list and see what I missed. Okay, I think I got everything on the list. For what it's worth, on August 8th. No, I think it's April 8th. I think April 8th The total solar eclipse is here in Mazatlan. It's supposed to be the best place on the planet. They're having a big party up on our deck. So you still got 6 weeks to get here. If you can get down here, it should be pretty fabulous. All right, I'm out of stuff to say. I want to thank everyone. We got 66 people in the house. We have 55 likes. Thank you very much for just showing up, for sharing your love with everybody, each other, and me this morning. Thank you for contributing to the channel. I'll be working. I'm always working on new videos. I'm kind of working on the membership thing. I will be making members only videos for things that people may be sensitive, issues that people may be sensitive about. But I'm good. I hope you're good. It's another Saturday. Let's see what people are talking about. Oh, not sure why my chat didn't come through. I don't know why. I didn't ban you or anything. I don't know why. Technical difficulties. My parents was on that bridge in Selma and marched with MLK. Good stuff, Bill. Thank you. Buck stops here. And for what it's worth, my dad went to the March on Washington. I don't think he was supposed to do that. Jack Webb, go online and look up a monologue of Lawrence Fishburne portraying Thurgood Marshall. Damn fine material. Thank you very much, Jack Webb. Thanks, Bill, and all in the house. Have a great weekend and week. See you all next weekend. Thurgood SP, Thurgood Marshall. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm gonna click a button over here. I'm headed to go pick up my laundry and some fresh meat and some beer, and plan what kind of videos I'm going to come out with next. I want to say that I love you all. Thank you for showing up today. Thanks for sharing your love. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. And if you still want to contribute, you can click a donut button, a donut or Nate button down in the description below. But this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we share the joys of living in Mexico. Adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien.